Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nano Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to WBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So, I just got finished listening to 78 Sports TV video. Shout out to 78 and Fanon International Boxing. Shout out to Fanon. And both of them, they dropped videos about the whole WBC, Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter situation. So, I just wanted to get my take on it. Now, listening, so I was most recently just listening to Fanon's video, and I decided to pause the video because he had started discussing a point in there about how the WBC has Brandon Rios ranked number 9 and Adrian Granados ranked number 10. So I'm going to get back to this point. I just wanted to put that out there so I can remember. So right now, the story is the WBC made Danny Garcia the ranked number 1 fighter for that WBC welterweight title, moving Shawn Porter to the number 2 spot. Now, we all know, well, some of you may not know the backstory when it comes to that. I mean, Danny Garcia, he was the champion. He lost in the fight when he attempted to unify with Keith Thurman. Okay, bam. He had a layoff. Then, after his long layoff, he fought Brandon Rios. Now, Shawn Porter, on the other hand, Shawn Porter lost to Keith Thurman when they were just fighting strictly for the WBA title. Then after that, Shawn Porter wanted to get into the WBC race. He fought Andre Berto, and then he fought Adrian Granados. Now, prior to all of this, the WBC had Shawn Porter ranked number 1. Like, Kenny Porter had went on some interviews saying that they paid $250,000 to $200,000 to pretty much put themselves in a position to fight in those title eliminators. So with a little bit of backstory information, Fanon had made a good point, and he said something about the WBC is most likely going to they're most likely going to justify the switch in the rankings by saying Brandon Rios is ranked number 9, Adrian Granados is ranked number 10. Now, when I first heard that, I'm like, damn, how the hell is Brandon Rios ranked over Adrian Granados? But I did a little bit of research and did some digging. When Shawn Porter fought Adrian Granados, it was Adrian Granados coming off of a loss against Adrian Broner. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that fight with Adrian Broner originally was supposed to be at junior welterweight, but due to whatever issues, weight couldn't be made, and I believe they sanctioned that fight at like 143, 144. It was some welterweight catchweight. So with Shawn Porter fighting Granados coming off of a loss, and Danny Garcia fighting Brandon Rios coming off of a win, it seems like that's the WBC's logic for recalculating everything and putting Danny Garcia at number 1. Now, yes, I know you're going to factor in the WBC also wants to maximize their dollars and sanction fees and all of this and all of that. But I just wanted to make that quick point. That could be the case. Now, for me, it doesn't matter, because I don't want to see Keith Thurman rematch Danny Garcia or Shawn Porter. I want him to fight a tune-up, and if he needs to fight an additional tune-up and then fight Errol Spence. All of this mandatory BS, like, I'm not here for it. Like, to me, it would be ideal for Thurman to have a soft touch, get back in the ring 3 months later, have another soft touch, and then fight Errol Spence. If he has a soft touch and he has to fight Danny Garcia or Shawn Porter, he's going to take his time. And then if he fights one, he's going to take a whole lot of time to fight the next guy. So, hey, I'd rather for it to be soft touch, Errol Spence. But obviously, we're not getting that. Now, when it comes to Shawn Porter pretty much getting screwed over, It sucks. And if I was Shawn, I would be pissed off. But as a boxing fan, Nino Brown Boxing has no sympathy for Shawn Porter. Shawn had the opportunity to fight Errol Spence. He said he wants to be a champion. Then I say, brother, if you want to be a champion, why stall your career out just to wait for Keith Thurman? This isn't the first. This isn't the first situation that Shawn Porter has been in when he had to wait around for Keith Thurman to recover from an injury. We all know that. We all know it. Shawn Porter even said it when he had a face-to-face with Keith Thurman, that we all understand that Keith Thurman is going to take a tune-up fight. Who's to say that he doesn't get injured in that fight? Who's to say that his elbow doesn't flare up and he needs to go back and get things touched up? We don't know. And at this point, the way the WBC operates, the chances of them stripping Thurman right now is kind of slim. I really don't see that happening. At the bare minimum, they'd probably just have an interim champion, and Shawn Porter is still waiting around to become a real champion again. But instead of waiting, instead of pulling him in Amir Khan, why not just fight Errol Spence? Don't stall your career out. Just fight the man. The fact that Shawn Porter is so adamant on not getting in a ring with Errol Spence soon, I have no sympathy for him. I truly don't care. He said it. Shawn Porter said in previous interviews that Errol Spence wasn't on my radar 3 years ago. He wasn't on my radar 2 years ago, and he wasn't on my radar last year. And he wasn't on my radar now. Some bullshit like that. Well, Shawn Porter, sorry to say this, but it seems like you're slowly going down the path of not being on the WBC's radar, and that's just karma. And karma's a bitch, but that's the sport of boxing. You can get screwed over. It's unfortunate that it's a part of the sport, but at the same time, when you're having coward-like behavior and you're not trying to take the best fight available, you want to tiptoe around it. You want to fight a 10-rounder and fight Adrian Granados instead of saying, okay, you know what? Forget fighting Adrian Granados. I'll put that off, and then I'll go fight Errol Spence. Lamont Peterson did it. You could have did it too, Shawn, but you didn't want to. So in this situation, I have no sympathy for Shawn Porter. Not necessarily saying he deserved what he got, but karma came around, and it seems like these are the first steps to the WBC putting the screws to Shawn Porter. And at this point, it is what it is. The only way this can work out the best way for Shawn Porter, if they order him to fight, if they order Shawn Porter to fight Danny Garcia, then that's great. I'll support that fight. But if that's not the case, and Thurman has his choice, I seriously feel like Thurman is going to take an opportunity to fight Garcia first. Oh yeah, and another point that I wanted to make about this whole situation, Garcia was the WBC champ. We can't forget that. So he's the WBC champ that fought a person, even though it's lower competition. He fought Brandon Rios coming off of a win, this higher rank, and Shawn Porter wasn't the WBC champ who fought title eliminators, but his last fight was against Adrian Granados coming off of a loss. And that's just the way the cookie crumbled for Shawn Porter in this situation. But let me know y'all take on it. This Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.